This area is cool. It's all tropical. He's shaking with anger. He's looking to start a revolt. That's what that guard was doing. He was trying to stop him. They're not friends.
Look, Renan soldiers.
Do the Renans control this city? I've never seen so many of them in one place before.
No. Look at the cores on them. These people are all Dahnans. They're slaves.
If they are, they're awfully well dressed.
And they're smiling too. Something weird's going on here.
Happiness. Weird.
Forgive the intrusion, but if I'm not mistaken, you're newcomers to Elderman.
I don't like
yes?
happiness.
Please, you have no reason to be alarmed. My name is Droshin. I work at the Department for Welfare.
Department for Welfare?
We work to support the day-to-day living of all citizens. Welcoming newcomers to the realm is a part of our job, albeit one we rarely have the pleasure to perform.
Let me guess. We get a free pair of shackles as a welcome gift.
Perish the thought! Your trepidation is perfectly understandable, but I assure you, our way is quite different.
That is definitely weird.
In the past, this realm was no different from any other, and run by a rather merciless ruler. But all of that changed once His Excellency, Lord Dohalim, assumed power 7 years ago.
Dohalim.
Under him, for the first time in our lives, we Dahnans were treated with the respect we deserve. Lord Dohalim is adored by Dahnans throughout the realm, and we serve him with gladness.
Am I hearing you right? The Dahnans here willingly serve a Renan lord?
Please, see for yourself. You're free to go anywhere you like. Just ask if you should need anything.
What is it? Spit it out.
It's just, we came here to free everyone.
Uh-huh.
But the Dahnans of this realm are all happy to serve Dohalim. Are there any walls that even need tearing down?
Who cares? That just makes our path to Dohalim that much clearer.
Shion.
Yes, but
Still,
Demon mode.
Droshin said we should check things out for ourselves. Maybe we should look around a bit, see what we learn.
Sounds to me like we're done here. We can move on to the next one. Start a farm.
Everyone is all smiles.
Now we get to
I've
leave.
never seen a city so lively before.
That is a lot of stars.
everyone walking the streets looks so calm and happy. I guess it really is true they don't treat Dahnans as slaves here.
Did they actually somehow achieve equality here? And if they did, why? To what end?
Something here doesn't feel right. Even though they sure want to act like it does.
What is going through that Lord Dohalim's mind, I wonder?
Lots of questions. Here we go, the little coup d'etat kid. Remember, Rock's big guy. Let me wear it. Did he fit in the arm? That's a unit, Danon. Be interesting. Do it first. I'll work hard to grow big and strong then. Promise. I could fit in that armor. Dude, that'd be cool. I'd like to wear that armor. I don't know. I put it on. Someone can get it. These guys are chilling, having a beer. Shouldn't you be working? I don't know what it's like in the realm you come from. Here in Menencia, everything's peaceful. There's zero chance of... Interesting. Something bad has to happen. Nothing's perfect. It's gonna break if I slack off. Nonetheless, the reason the city's so peaceful is because your Renan soldiers are always around. Yeah. this drink my last. Place of equality and no wrongdoing? What do you want, Hoodle? Oh, there it is. Yo, a halo ring. See you.
Maybe something's going on in the fort.
So wonderful you have all you here. You don't bat an eye at us for being together, do you? Even though we have a Renan with us? It's part of everyday life.
Sure.
Ask me, the training grounds might be more up your alley. Shion. What they sound like. So years ago, it used to be a really gruesome place where slaves had to fight each other, as well as vicious Zugals. I gotta beat this Dolahim person. Not impressed. It's these days. Designed to use the Elbamencia guard.
Sure.
Interesting. PvP? No, please don't. Maybe like a horde mode, probably. Ragtag group of miscreants. I'll move here. That says that people used to have to carry lots of heavy and dangerous stuff. Imagine that kind of stuff happening here. I was short. Okay.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Dude, another guy on the ground. What is with these people? Are you gonna give me range too?
What's wrong?
Are you okay? Oh, it's the food guy.
Yes.
I'm once again hungry.
Ah!
I think they're pretty good.
How?
I shared your unfounded courage, my boy. Besides words, I'm here in Viscant on important business. Is that why you're lying on the ground? Through careful investigation, some sneaking around, I've created a top secret recipe from none other than the palace itself. However, I'm short on ingredients. I ask you all to procure it. So by sneaking around, tell me, do you enjoy meat? Who doesn't? The recipe I pilfered is none other than beef stew.
Hey!
Who now what do you say? Will you gather what I need or not? Your name is literally law. What does it matter? The palace, a criminal. Study and put it to use in the name of fine cuisine. Meat, potatoes, as well as mushrooms and tomatoes. You get this for me, won't you?
Got it. Yes.
And somewhere.
Huh?
So I have to sneak off with the cows, what you're saying.
Hey!
I'll steal a cow. Gourmet Saga, Palace Delicacy. No.
Why are we humoring this old man again?
Because there's no way I'm passing up a top secret palace recipe, okay?
There's a surprise.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So is mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
Looks like Dahnans are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
So, do any of you know anything about Lord Dohalim?
I think I remember hearing something back in Sislodan about how he fights using a rod.
A rod?
I don't know the details, but from what I gather, he swings a long rod around and uses it to stab and smack people from afar. I think there's also something he does with, like, trees or grass or something? I forget.
Grass?
Bear in mind that Elda harvests Earth astral energy. It would be no surprise for him to have some sort of control over plants.
So basically the point is we know nothing about the guy. Wish we weren't going in completely
Oh no,
blind.
he's gonna grow grass on us. How terrifying. Thank goodness I'm not a water type.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like
Sounds so forced. Oh, I didn't even let them finish. I'm throwing. Cutscene time. Oh, fair maiden.
I presume you're Alphen, of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Elda Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Dahnan.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The Guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Elda has Dahnans protecting him?
In this country, Dahnan guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
she sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember
What is
7
Shion's
years
last
ago?
name?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person? And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim. I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest.
I'd rather fight
He
her
wishes
or
an
she
audience
joins
with
our
you.
party.
With us?
That's what's gonna happen.
Indeed. He awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Dahnan laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Dahnan medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
Interesting.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's no reason to back out now.
Law's right. I get your concern, but we should buckle down.
That Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a Renan for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Renan society is a meritocracy.
I don't
To
think
us,
Renwan
it's
knows
seen
what
as
the
natural
definition
that
of
those who
slave
sit at the
is.
top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
On the one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Calaglia had its fair share of Dahnans who just accepted Renan rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of years of subjugation.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
Yeah, you're right. Let's make our way to the palace.
Sounds like we're meeting him and then killing him on the spot. Public execution style.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
You sensed enemies?
I just don't get it. The Dahnans have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renans all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe it's precisely because
That's a
they
great
suffered for so
question.
long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Hey, whose side are you on here, Alphen?
Relax, Rinwell. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
I just don't get it.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
It's not a question of danger. We're going inside regardless.
Just hit you with the, are you ready to, this is a lord. Are you ready to fight them? They're very powerful. Until he finishes, our preparations are complete. I'll lead the way. Okay. Cutscene?
Pretty fancy place they got here.
We're dead.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Dude, they've got one of those red dressed people again. I want one of them. I don't even know what they are.
Your guests, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword,
You're a clown for that
I
one,
commend
Shion.
you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Yo, he's spinning.
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
You could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But, maybe not.
Wow, that is expensive. Well, I guess we're kind of getting to that point where things are that much. I'm not entirely surprised. I know all of her stuff's just expensive. We'll deal with that later.
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
This is so ominous.
Why did you set the Dahnans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people. The fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Dahnans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renan-Dahnan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renans and the Dahnans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Dahnans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menancia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Interesting. Oh, a real cutscene this time. Oh. Those don't look like violins. Oh. Get him.
Stop this! Please! Over! Stop!
Just wanted to play the violin.
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
Is this what goes down in orchestra at school? Does that actually happen?
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Dahnans, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim?
Pretty good. She has pretty
Spare
good
me
aim.
your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menancia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
They weren't suspicious enough. Now they're pushing us away. Very interesting.